When life feels complicated, the mind does something very human. It starts running, thinking, planning, worrying, replaying, predicting. We tell ourselves, if I can just figure it out, I will feel safe. So we gather a million reasons, a million arguments, a million possibilities. But Paramhansa Yogananda gives a very different kind of counsel, simple, direct, and quietly powerful. Far better than a million reasonings is to sit and meditate on God until you feel calmness within. Think about that. Better than a million reasonings, not because reasoning is wrong, but because reasoning without inner calm becomes like trying to see the bottom of a lake while the water is shaking. The truth is there, the answer is there, but the mind is too disturbed to perceive it. So, the first step is not to solve the problem. The first step is to become calm enough to receive the solution. And then Yogananda teaches us a humble prayer, one that is honest, not dramatic. Lord, I can't solve my problem alone, not even with myriads of thoughts, but I can do it if I put it in your hands. Guide me first, and then let me analyze the alternatives to find the right solution. Notice how balanced this is. It's not passive, it's not escapism, it's a spiritual partnership. We are not saying, God, do everything while I do nothing. And we are not saying, I'll do everything and God can watch. We are saying, divine guidance first, then right human effort. This is why Yogananda also reminds us of a practical law. God helps those who help themselves. But here is the secret. Helping yourself does not start with anxious rushing. Helping yourself starts with inner alignment. Because when your mind is restless, even your best effort can become scattered effort. You may work hard, but you work in the wrong direction. You may choose quickly, but you choose from fear. You may speak, but your words are sharp. You may act, but your action creates more knots. Calmness is not laziness. Calmness is clarity. Now imagine this. You sit for a few minutes, just a few. You close your eyes. You breathe gently. You withdraw your attention from the storm of thoughts and bring it to the presence of God, inside the heart, in the stillness, in the quiet feeling that you are not alone. And you pray, not in a begging way, but in a trusting way. Divine Mother, Heavenly Father, please take this problem. I offer it to you. I want your guidance. And then you stay quiet long enough to feel something deeper than a thought, a calmness within. It may come as peace, softness, lightness, or as a gentle courage. And that calmness is not just a mood, it's a spiritual signal. Because when the mind becomes calm and faith begins to overflow, something changes. You start seeing your problem differently. The same solution that felt like a wall becomes a doorway. The same confusion that felt like chaos becomes a set of choices. And now, because your mind is quiet, you can actually see the alternatives clearly. This is where the science of religion becomes practical. You don't stop using intelligence. You use intelligence after you have invited divine guidance and regained inner calm. So now you analyze, you consider options, you weigh consciousness, consequences, you ask, what is the most truthful choice, peaceful choice? What choice aligns with courage and not fear? What choice would I make if I fully trusted God? And often in that calm state, one option begins to stand out, not with loud excitement, but with a quiet rightness. It feels clean, it feels sturdy, it feels as if it has less ego, less panic, less confusion. And here's the next step Yogananda would want us to remember: choose the best solution and put it into practice. Not tomorrow, not someday. Put it into practice. Because guidance becomes real only when it becomes action. And when you do that, when you pray, calm the mind, receive clarity, choose wisely, and act sincerely, you begin to experience something beautiful. Success becomes less about force and more about flow, less about struggle and more about support. You start noticing when I am calm and aligned, life cooperates, doors open, timing improves, conversations soften, your own strength returns. If the final outcome takes time, the inner victory comes immediately. You are no longer drowning in mental noise. You are guided. So if you are facing problem right now, something heavy, something urgent, something emotional, try this spiritual experiment. Before the next long discussion in your head, before the next spiral of planning, before the next anxious search for certainty, sit, pray, meditate until you feel calmness within. Then say with sincerity, Lord, I cannot solve this alone, but I can if I place it in your hands. Guide me first and then help me think clearly. And after you do that, do your part with courage, with discipline, with faith. That is the science of religion, applied in daily life, not theory, not mere belief, a living method. Calmness first, guidance next, right action after. And step by step, you will find that the divine is not far away. God becomes your inner counselor, your strength, and your steady light right in the middle of ordinary life. Jai Guru.